once he starts getting them hands on him. That's
nice
the difference.
Jab. Norman Jr., that was lightning quick.
In the early rounds, if he's completely shaken off that loss to Devin Haney.
Sergio, from what you know, what do Ronnie Shields trained fighters generally look like compared to other fighters?
I can tell you they beat Sergio Mora.
Yeah.
That could make you a world champion. Talked him back into it.
Whoa.
He's had some success, but he's not having it tonight.
No, he's not, and his legs just don't appear underneath him right now. Sergio, here's the first knockdown.
I don't think nothing landed cleanly. That right hook right there, but it was just an onslaught of punches, and Wagner didn't know how to catch and counter. He didn't know how to defend or duck under the punches. He seemed like a novice in there, like an amateur.
I think it's going to be over here in a few seconds either way, but I think you're right, Chris. It wasn't close to getting up. His glove was still on the ground. And again, he's trying to get away from the power of Norman Jr., but there's nowhere behind. Down again.
Now, Josh Wagner's grabbing his shoulder. He's not getting up.
And here's a second knockdown, and Norman Jr. being Norman Jr., Terminator. Once he has a man hurt, he's going to go in for the stoppage, the kill. That's what he specializes in.
Everybody's expecting my left hook, but watch out for my right because, ooh, that was a nice left hand from Cuevas that shook Norman's legs. Showing confidence in that.
Oh, nice right hand.
Prepared left hand, but the right hand of Cuevas, didn't he tell us that's going to be key for me?
It was a nice little pull.
Part of his stable as well with the same coach and Speedy Ellis. Nice
Good left hook. Oh, he hurt him with that shot too. You see the legs of Cuevas buckled just a little bit. Oh,
and there he goes down.
That's the power.
Impressive how Cuevas was able to stay on his feet. Now can he do it for the next 20 seconds? So, and orange the challenger, Derrieck Cuevas out of Puerto Rico with the black trunks trimmed in gold.
Oh, look at Norman. Smart, extremely smart.
Is that the left hook once again from Brian Norman Jr.
Yeah, but he stepped back out of range right there. Just a little off the mark. Oh,
there, nice. That one he stepped into.
Nice swivel jab right there.
All right.
Starting to get his timing down. Starting to see his punches very well.
And with his back on the ropes, that's not where Cuevas wants to be. That's why you saw him spin into the middle of the ring, center of the ring. Oh,
there it
another
is.
left hook. Partially blocked. Oh, that's a lead right in the left front. Cuevas in the back of the corner.
3, 4, 5. Derrieck, look at me. 6, 7, 8. Derrieck, look at me.
He don't want to be here.
Look at me, Derrieck. You want to go?
He don't want to be here. He done.
Look, the body language and the reaction from Derrieck Cuevas set it off.
Right.
He was hurt earlier this round.
Norman right there, check hook. He saw his man loading up for a left hook of his own. Again, Cuevas, that's his favorite punch as well. Norman just staying disciplined, keeping his feet underneath him, not lunging, just making him pay as he comes in. Check this out. Boom, and this is the finish right here. Doing a good job right there, going around the guard and then coming in with a swivel jab right there to create that knockdown. But that left hook right there, that's what started everything. Coming around that jab. Good swivel jab right there to send Cuevas to the canvas, baby. You know what? Cuevas tonight, I mean.
Here in Turning Stone, New York, but Norman going straight to work with the body shots against the southpaw. Lands a nice right hook on the inside, and he's got Coria pinned, and then he's punishing him. Coria ready to go down, but he just won't.
Land and throw in this first round. That one grazed right there. He came to the body. Good move when you have a fighter covering up his head. Then you go back to the head right there. Both of those shots landed. And you see Coria trying to get out of the way, but he's hurt. His body's not moving as fast as it typically would if he wasn't hurt. So it's hard to evade those shots when you're dazed like that. But he did it enough to be able to weather that first round. But I like the arsenal of Norman. He mixed things up. He didn't just throw one type of punch, and he didn't just go to the head. Like I said before, he went to the body, then went back to the head, which allowed him to land clean shots. Norman landed some heavy shots. Anything you can throw as a fighter, he's throwing it. Uppers, overhand rights, left hooks, body shots.
And he's
Coria's taking it.
Yeah, he's not just throwing them, Dre. He's landing them.
And they're landing heavy.
Shout out to Louis out of the RGBA Academy. And there you see Norman landing a nice uppercut. And now Coria letting his hands go. You see Norman now starting to shoot his shot. Nice overhand right and then
right
left.
Coria.
But then there's that answer, Dre.
Yes.
I think you said it best. I mean, Coria's shots have all been flush. Like that one.
Another one right
it's
there.
Clean.
Another one right there.
Now Coria's backing up Norman, who has to tie up.
Another clean shot. Good body work. And then you look for the answer. And Norman has done a lot of good things in this fight. He's got good offense. He's got good power. Maybe a clash of heads right there.
Yeah, but before that clash of heads, Coria landed a straight left. And now another left that seems to shake Norman to his boots. Coria's shots work. Will Coria recognize it and try to finish Norman as he has him against the ropes, landing beautiful power shots? Now the tide is turned in favor of Coria. Let's see what kind of answer Norman has as he lands a nice left hook. Probably 3 clear rounds for each, 1 swing round, and this last round, which we'll have to see who comes out on top, as Norman was opening up and now down goes Coria.
Started to land to the body, and Norman Sr. started letting Norman know about it, but here comes Norman storming back.
Third time being knocked down as a professional. And can he finish how he started, as Brian Norman Jr. has an opportunity against a hurt Rodrigo Coria. Never been past round 7 has Brian Norman Jr. until tonight. And he's showing that his power carries as he once again sends Coria to the ropes.
Yes, it does.
Nice combination up top, and then gets caught up with a few shots, but some that landed behind the head there from Perez. And I do like how he's getting everything started with the jab, with that lead left hand, establishing that early and using it to set up the right hand, which we do know has some power.
Now you see Norman settling down just a little bit, and you know that because the first round he was tight. Every movement was tight, but he's slipping shots, ducking from shots.
Stab jab a little more down to the body there for Perez. Comes around with the hook and gets caught with a counter left from Norman.
Well, Perez got one shot at a time, won't do it.
There's a nice left that got in there for Perez, and a right catching Norman pulling straight back there.
So that's a good sweet sequence right there. Perez led the combination, got hit, but then he finished. Good shot from both fighters. Body shot from Norman, overhand right from Perez.
Good into the round there. I think it's something he himself has been clamoring for quite some time. So we'll see if tonight's performance can entice any of those big names in that division.
For you to see exactly what a fighter is all about. Good shot right there from Perez. Perez is steady. He's going to come forward, and when he feels comfortable, he's going to throw. But Norman.
There gets out of distance. With the flirt of welterweight division, if you want to start to make some noise and start to step up and get some bigger fights, you got to make yourself look levels above guys like this. No disrespect to Jesus Perez, but he has big plans for his future, does Norman.
That's right. In the ladder, he'll be facing bigger punchers.
That head grazing with that shot, and the left hand, he has done a good job of varying it on, about picking up the pace and stepping on the gas pedal as we turn to the second half of the fight, round 5. Down to the body with the left hand twice there for Butler. Perez answers with a body shot with the left hand.
His body is in front of you and he's trying to cut off the ring. It doesn't mean you have to get on your bike and move around. You
got caught with the shot there, Dre.
Just unnecessary things that are happening to exactly executed that. And I think some of it is nerves, and I think some of it is confidence. You know, these are big stages. It's not that everybody hasn't filled in the arena yet, but this is a big.
Now and again in these exchanges, Perez gets one, and I mean, Norman gets it right back, but it's just enough to make you think like, okay, I'm going to get back moving around the outside again instead of just trying to stand there maybe a little bit and mix it up. Showing him right now he's just confident with working around the outside.
Yeah, that's called separation. And at this stage, when you're trying to present and represent yourself, good jab right there from Norman to the.
And a little shot on the inside scores for Perez, who's thrown a couple uppercuts in that exchange. Down to the body goes Perez.
At least in the gym, and you want to see that translate in these real fights.
And not take shots like that. Pulling out after an exchange. Another sneaky uppercut gets in for Perez. Looking to mix it up here in these exchanges. Not a lot of these punches landing flush, Dre, but still maybe showing a little bit of some ring generalship, or kind of reminding him, like, I'm still very much. Matchmakers at Top Rank know what they're doing. I mean, you got a guy, yeah, he has 4 losses. He's coming out of, you know, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win on his record, but all those losses are by unanimous decision against, you know, 2. Norman with a nice left hand to the body. Back to the jab, 1-2 hook, and then right back answering is Perez. Gets
take forward, be tough, be durable, and keep pressing the action. And he's landing more and
exactly,
more.
I was going to say, and he keeps each round. He used to be like, oh, that was 1 good shot, and then it's 2, and then it's 3.
2s and 3s, yes.
Nice shot there. Lands as Perez.
That sounds brutal if you're at home and you're not a boxer, but you want to target that eye, the eye that's bleeding, and you want to try to hit it as often as you can, but there goes.
A nice body shot gets in from Norman there, and then there's a counter stick shot from Perez.
Good exchanges from both men.
Both fighters getting shots in here. Just under a minute to go now in this 8th.
We saw Norman fight his last fight.
And what maybe we thought more of. Your uppercut gets in from Perez.
That's what you want if you're Perez. You can't hurt him if you don't throw.
We'll just start the fight over from right
now.
Yeah.
Or maybe go 2 more.
Right,
2 more
it.
rounds.
Why not?
Good shot on the top of the head from Perez with that overhand right.
Jab, and then answer with Norman, that right hand right under that left elbow. There's the body shot. There's a nice left hand that gets in for Norman.
Best round of the fight for both fighters.
Oh, nice left hand.
Oh, just missed that.
Misses with that shot. Goes right back to it. Definitely not a knockdown there as they get their feet tangled up. But that's it. That's the end of the fight. That, I mean, come on. That was the best round of the fight, and it's got to end. It's got to end like that.
I'm telling you, they saw the light.
Oh,
they said we can let it all hang out. This fight.
Norman trying to jab as Randall tries to connect with the same punch, and you see that pressure that Randall puts on. Norman puts on Randall, and Randall's just calm, cool, collected.
See, but this is where Norman wants to work. He wants to work in close. He likes mid-range to inside. You know, he doesn't like to mix it up too much on the inside. He likes to keep his distance. He can do it, but he likes to keep his distance and box from the outside and catch guys as they coming in.
Hands free, hands free. Don't hold him, don't hold him. Don't hold him.
Short right hand from Quinton Randall. You talk about
nice little stab jab downstairs, changing. And that was an attempt right there to catch Norman on the way in with the right hand. Norman's going to have to think a lot faster than he's ever thought in any fight in this matchup against Randall.
Ooh, nice right hand from
Look at that.
Randall.
See, right now what you're seeing, what Randall is showing.
Nice body work from Norman with the right, and then follows up with a left hook to the head as he tries to find a way in. Nice jab there from Norman.
See, it's with the jab. You jab at the chest, you jab downstairs, you look to time his rushes like that, you use the feints, you know, you move side to side. See, he's coming straight in. You want
some blood on the nose of Randall.
On the nose.
Nice 1-2 combination from Brian Norman. Very good body work with the right.
See, it's funny because Norman's getting actually in the inside, but he's not actually working his hands. He's actually smothering himself instead of giving himself a little space to be able to work his offense.
Yeah, I mean, it's a chess match right now. Nice right uppercut as Randall was holding and punching, but referee Tony Weeks caught him on that.
But it's really not. I mean,
nice uppercut from Randall.
That was a nasty uppercut right there. Good hook.
Ooh.
Stop, stop.
Manuel Navarrete against Robson Conceição for the junior lightweight title, as well as the vacant WBC lightweight belt, which will be at stake when Shakur Stevenson takes on Edwin De Los Santos. ESPN Bet, we invite you to join the family.
Stop, stop.
Norman told us in the fighter meetings that we was going to see the best Norman.
His corner, Derrieck Collinsworth, saying, look, I don't want to yell instructions. I don't want people to know what I want you to do, but you got to do something.
Stop, stop. Let him up.
Norman not coming in behind the jab at all. And Randall not throwing enough punches.
Stop, stop.
Good body shot.
Moving up to 140 momentarily. Then you have Shakur at number 8 and then Gervonta Tank Davis. The best thing would be if they would fight each other, then there would be no discussion, but that seems like a pipe dream at this point.
Wow, nice
body shot.
Oh,
Randall.
my gosh.
Stop, stop, stop. Let him up.
Nice fake with the left and then stab right down to the body.
Nice jab there from Randall. Very correct.
But I just thought that he would know a little bit more than what I'm seeing right now. Like, he looks like a regular guy to me.
Yeah.
Like a regular guy.
Right and left, and that combination really opened the spigot on the nose of Quinton Randall. The blood had been emanating from his nose, and I think, is there a cut now, or is that from the nose? Part of Riyadh season. Tyson Fury head-to-head, literally, against Alexander Usyk. And Tim, there's no guarantee that Anthony Joshua gets by Valine and that Deontay Wilder gets past Joseph Parker.
I don't know why. I think it's going to be a decent fight.
You saw the ESPN Bet live odds, minus 2,000 in favor of Brian Norman Jr., plus 1,000 for Quinton Randall. Even money that the fans are booing.
Yeah.
We invite you to join the ESPN Bet family. Nice left hook there from Brian Norman. He woke up.
Good shot, right on the heart.
Stop, stop, stop.